Fish store stress in their scales. Analyzing scale cortisol gives you a retrospective view of a fish's chronic stress. That's different than the snapshot you get from plasma cortisol for determining acute stress. This is what Belgian researcher Dr. Johan Arts has discovered, scientifically validated, published, and is protecting with a patent. His Stress Physiology Research Group, or StressChron for short, has expertise in the role of glucocorticoids in acute and chronic stress across vertebrates. StressChron now provides an innovative service for aquaculture and related sectors. It's a scientifically validated quantitative method using ultra-performance liquid chromatography tandem mass spectrometry, otherwise known as UPLC-MSMS, for glucocorticoid analysis of fish scales used as a biomarker for chronic stress in fish. What are the steps you need to follow and what's in it for you? First, a correct sampling strategy is crucial. You can sample scales from the same tagged fish or from different individuals in a larger stock raised in the same conditions. You can use ontogenetic scales from either tagged or non-tagged fish or regenerated scales from tagged fish. All you have to do is meticulously gather some scales from the fish you wish to sample and send them to the StressChron lab. It's logistically feasible for you and it doesn't harm the fish. The scales regenerate quickly. You'll need the following: anesthetic, tweezers, ethanol, tissues, 1 petri dish per fish filled with distilled water and labeled with the fish's identification code, and a 1.5 milliliter Eppendorf tube per fish labeled with the same ID code. Wear gloves throughout the entire procedure to prevent possible contamination by exogenous glucocorticoids on your hands. Anesthetize the fish, preferably with 2-phenoxyethanol. Weigh and measure it if you wish to. Using tweezers rinsed in ethanol, smoothly pull out about 10 to 60 neighboring scales. Start dorsal to the lateral line and continue in a lateral direction. Put all the scales from the same fish into the petri dish. It's best to use about 100 milligrams per fish. With some species or fish sizes, lower amounts can suffice. Using a tissue, remove the mucus from every scale. It's essential that you wipe off all of the mucus. Only touch the individual scales using the tweezers. Last, put the dry scales into the Eppendorf tube. The shelf life and processability of dry scales is at least 1 month when stored at 4 degrees Celsius. For transport within Europe, the dry scales can be sent at room temperature. For longer distances, send them frozen at -20 degrees Celsius. What then? At the StressChron lab, the scales are first prepared. Then the samples are analyzed for glucocorticoids using UPLC-MSMS. This method has already been validated for 11 different commercial fish species, with more being added all the time. What you'll receive is a chronic stress report that compares as many samples and sampling moments as you wish. During longer trials, it's better to send samples periodically. That way you can get intermediate reports. Bottom line, chronic stress negatively affects fish growth and reproduction, increases their susceptibility to illness, and increases fish mortality. The final chronic stress report from StressChron gives you essential information to mitigate your fish's chronic stress, so don't hesitate to contact StressChron.